Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good morning. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brennan Libby. We have the Storm Track 7 yellow alert day through about the midday hours today as we're dealing with the wintry mix and the fog giving us some icy roads. We actually have another one for tonight into tomorrow about the midday hours as another round of a wintry mix will move through. So especially in the morning hours, the roads are going to be a little slick here for a lot of this week. Now, we do have the winter weather advisory in effect for today up until about noon. That covers most of our viewing area up to around Highway 18, but even where you don't see that advisory, it is still slick this morning because of the fog and the drizzle and the mist. But within that advisory area, we could see snowfall up to 1 or 2 inches or so, and then ice up to 1/10 of an inch of accumulation, and already seeing some impacts out there. But there you kind of see it laid out in a graphical matter. Up to about Highway 20, you'll see the chance for up to 1/10 of an inch of ice, which doesn't sound like much, but it is, more than enough to make things very slick, especially untreated surfaces. You'll find bridges, overpasses, sidewalks, your front porch becoming very icy. And then, of course, with not as much of the precipitation, but with the drizzle and the fog in the north, maybe glazing of ice possible. Then, of course, snowfall. Not a major snowfall event, should be less than 2 inches generally. But it's more the ice that we're concerned about. And as of this morning, we've had the partially covered roads across much of the viewing area. So again, it's already a very slow commute, and it's going to remain that way for this morning as the temperatures and road temperatures have been close to freezing. So going to likely see the rain and the freezing rain, maybe shifting more so to some snow and sleet, kind of just all mixing together here for this morning. It should become less widespread as we go through the morning. By 10 a.m., still between about Highway 20 and Highway 30, or maybe I-80. And then becoming even smaller there by noon, right around the Highway 20 corridor, and then should taper off by the early afternoon. From there, highs will reach the mid-30s. We should see some improvements on the roads here throughout today as we get a little bit of a break. But late tonight, probably about 3 a.m. or so, you see the next round moving in. Again, starting off as rain or freezing rain with lows right around freezing. And then that will continue in through the morning hours tomorrow and then will taper off probably by noon. I think that's going to be a lesser extent of ice and snow, just with a later start time and a earlier end time. And also maybe just temperatures a degree or two warmer. We're just not seeing as much ice there, but still could be a little slick, so be careful. Otherwise, for today, again, temperatures reach the mid-30s. So once we get the wintry mix to end, should see some improvement on the roads, but it will be icy for this morning. Then for tonight, looks like lows are down to the low 30s, and that next round will move in. And once again, areas of fog will be possible for tonight. So kind of a repeat of what we're seeing this morning. And then in your city-by-city forecast, everything becomes fairly isolated with the wintry mix Wednesday night and Thursday. Maybe still some lingering impacts in a couple of spots. Highs, though, are in the mid-30s, and then lows about the low 30s. We do dry out on Friday. We'll see cloud cover continuing through the weekend, but should be a dry one, as highs yet again in the mid-30s. Next week, though, looks like we warm up as we approach the first day of February. Looks like highs get close to 40, and it stays dry. We could actually see a little more sunshine, especially by the middle of the week.